Today's video is a revision video on the factor theorem. So this is part of pure unit 3. The factor theorem states that if f of x is a polynomial, then if f of p equals 0, then x minus p is a factor of f of x. Also, if x minus p is a factor of f of x, then f of p must equal 0. So we've got an example here that's going to use those two bullet points. It says fully factorise 2x to the power of 3 plus x squared minus 18x subtract 9. So we're going to first of all try some values of x until we find f of p equals 0. So I'm going to start with f of negative 1. F of negative 1, that's equal to 2 lots of negative 1 cubed plus negative 1 squared, subtract 18 lots of negative 1, subtract 9. That gives me an answer of 8. Does not equal 0, so x plus 1 is not a factor of f of x. If we try f of 1, we're doing 2 lots of 1 cubed plus 1 squared, subtract 18 times 1, subtract 9. That gives me negative 24, which is not equal to 0, so x minus 1 is not a factor of f of x. If I do f of 2, that gives me negative 25. If I then do f of 3, that gives me 0. So this tells me that x minus 3 is a factor of 2x cubed plus x squared minus 18x subtract 9. Now, because x minus 3 is a factor of this polynomial, if we divide the polynomial by x minus 3, we can then find the other factors of that polynomial. So I'm going to use my algebraic long division to do 2x to the power of 3 plus x squared minus 18x minus 9. I'm going to divide that by x minus 3. So, to divide this by x minus 3, we're going to start off term by term dividing it by x. So 2x to the power of 3 divided by x, that is 2x squared. I'm then going to multiply this by x minus 3 and write it underneath. 2x squared multiplied by x is 2x to the power of 3. 2x squared multiplied by negative 3 is negative 6x squared. If I then subtract this polynomial by this polynomial, 2x to the power of 3 subtract 2x to the power of 3 is 0. X squared subtract negative 6x squared, that is 7x squared. And then I've got negative 18x subtract 0, that's negative 18x. Negative 9 subtract 0, negative 9. I'm now going to do this polynomial divided by x minus 3. So we're going to start by dividing it by x. 7x squared divided by x, that's 7x. I'm now going to multiply 7x by x minus 3. 7x multiplied by x, that's 7x squared. 7x multiplied by negative 3, negative 21x. I'm going to then use column subtraction. 7x squared subtract 7x squared is 0. negative 18x subtract negative 21x is equal to negative 18x plus 21x. So I get 3x, and then I've got negative 9 subtract 0. Now I'm going to divide this polynomial by x minus 3. 3x minus 9 divided by x, that is 3. Then I'm going to multiply x minus 3 by 3, and I get 3x minus 9. When we subtract them, we get 0. So I know that 2x to the power of 3 plus x squared subtract 18x subtract 9 is equal to x minus 3 multiplied by 2x squared plus 7x plus 3. Now this quadratic here we can actually factorise into 2 brackets, and we get 2x plus 1 x plus 3. And I have fully factorised my polynomial.